Hello, welcome to Connolly Outdoors, the live stream version. I just wanted to come on here. I'm going to wait a few minutes for some people to show up because it's just starting up, and just give you guys an update as to what exactly is going on with the channel and with Liam and I and our camping adventures over the summer, because it's going to be really awesome and we're really looking forward to it. First off, I want to thank those people that have recently subscribed to the channel. I'm really trying hard to develop the channel. For those of you that don't know, I have another channel. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I'm a seasoned YouTuber, but I've only been monetized on my other channel for 2 years. So it's a very short. Oh, I got a comment here. Thank you very much. From the other half of Connolly Outdoors. Liam, sounds good. Connolly Outdoors. All right. Thanks, Liam. Sincerely appreciate you letting me know that the audio sounds good. That's great. Thank you. As I was saying, I do have another channel, and I have been involved in YouTube for quite some time. I'm trying to monetize this channel. It's a slow haul. It's not going to take as long as my drum channel. It took me actually, I think it was almost 14 years to get monetized on my drum channel. It took a long time. Now, since I got monetized, it's taken off. YouTube helps you grow once you get monetized because they want to make money off you. Plain and simple. They encourage the growth of your channel once you're monetized because they want to make money off of your channel, which is understandable. It's a business. I totally understand. YouTube makes money. I make money. So I don't have a problem with YouTube making money. Now, obviously, they're making a lot more than I am off of my channel, but hey, that's just the way it is. You're at the mercy of YouTube. You know, there's nothing you can do. So we've already got some people joining in with comments. Now, look what I brought. I forgot them last time. They are here. Let's put this comment up here and see what it says here. Hi, Tim. I'm here, but got a viewing on the house shortly, so I may disappear without warning. Oh, so Mick, you're selling your house. You're moving. Wow. Are you moving to Canada? I'm going to say probably not. But I'm glad that you're here with me right now. Thanks very much, Mick, for tuning in. Stick around for as long as you can because I got some interesting things to talk about. Enjoyed your latest video. I really enjoyed your latest video about the camping chair and also the cook set. That was really good. I have a very similar cook set, so I can totally relate to that. It's very, very good, the one that I have. It's made by a Canadian distributor at our infamous store that Steve Wallace always talks about, Canadian Tire. I actually prefer Bass Pro. That's my go-to store for stuff. I mean, I've bought and excuse me, purchased tons of stuff at Canadian Tire over the years, but over the last year since I started this camping channel, my go-to is Bass Pro. Now, I'm not getting paid by Bass Pro to say that. I'm just saying that because I'm giving you guys the truth. This is what I like to use. It's an American company, but they have locations here in Canada, and there's one not far from me, like maybe 35 minutes to get to where it is. I live fairly close to the US border. It takes a little over an hour to get to Niagara Falls from where I live, and the US border, of course, is right at Niagara Falls. So I don't live too far from there. So even if I wanted to, if they didn't have a Bass Pro here, I could just cross the border and go over there. But luckily there's one here. So this is my go-to store. Anyways, I want to give you guys the update as to what is going on. So Liam and I, well, first of all, Liam was going camping tomorrow with his friends, but they all backed out, which opened up a spot for Dad. Because I don't go camping with Liam's friends. Oh, no. I don't suit well with Teenage boys. I was once a teenage boy, and I would have loved to have joined in when I was a teenage boy. But now, as a grown man, almost 60 years old, not interested in hanging out with teenage boys. Nothing personal against teenage boys. But in terms of camping, I absolutely enjoy quiet peacefulness. you know Mick and guys that are campers out there that do it a lot, you know what I'm talking about, that the joy of being quiet. With me working as a full-time professional musician playing the drums, it's freaking loud. I had a student the other night. I was subbing in for one of my other drum teachers that works at the music school that I work at. I was just subbing in for him. And this kid was playing Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. He had to play it for his recital. So I had to run through the tune. I'm very familiar with the tune. I played it many, many times, and I used to play in a Bon Jovi tribute band, so I'm very familiar. Anyways, this kid was hitting the drums so hard, and we're in a small room. Oh, my right ear is still a little bit messed up from listening to this kid hit the drums. I said to him, I said, you really have to learn about dynamics, because you've only got one range and it's super loud. Drums can be played very quiet. It can be played, middle quiet, medium loud, and then there's this kid super loud. Drummers love to play loud. So as a result, I'm really not a loud player, but as a result, I like the downtime. I like the peacefulness. So I am going camping tomorrow. Yay! As the sub, I'm subbing in not only on my job, I'm subbing in as camping, because originally Dad was not invited to this camp. As I mentioned, it was a bunch of teenage boys, 18, 19 years of age. And I wouldn't have went even if I was invited. But now that they've all bailed out, Liam says I'm back. So I'm really excited about that. So that's what's going on tomorrow. Moving forward, Liam and I, June 21st to 23rd, we're going for a two-nighter, but in two different campsites. So we're going way up north, hours and hours up north, almost 8 hours away from here. It's quite far of a drive to where we're going. We're going to the farthest campsite first. There's going to be nobody up there. It's a campsite, but it's the further away you go, for those of you that aren't familiar with Ontario, the province I live in, basically to drive from where I live to the Manitoba-Ontario border, straight up north, is about 24 hours. So that's about the same as driving from here to Florida. It's quite a long drive. So Ontario is massive, and to go around Ontario is an event in itself. It truly is an event in itself, just to be driving around. There's so much incredible forestry and nature here. It's absolutely brilliant. So if you head up north, like I'm about to do, Liam and I, it's incredible, the nature up there. Now, I have a distinct fear of bears. And we have a lot of them here. I go out of my way to protect myself with a bear horn. I use a bear barrel for all the food and garbage. And of course, I have bear spray as well. Bears don't, generally speaking, come around to campsites. Generally speaking, they can go anywhere they want. But generally speaking, there's too much noise, they stay away. But when I go into the backcountry, when I go in Crown land camping, and when I go where I'm going on the 21st, there's a chance that they could be around. So got to take a lot of caution. Oh, we've got another person joining us here. Hammock Mountain. Hello, my friend. Have fun in your camp. I'll be in the, now I know what Tony goes through when he's trying to pronounce these things. I'm going to butcher this. Monongahela National Forest all weekend. I apologize, Hammock Mountain. I know I just butchered that pronunciation. I'm very sorry. I wish Liam was here. He's awesome at these sort of things because he knows every national park, forest, United States and Canada. He studies them, so he knows them. That one's new to me, but that's fantastic. I'm sure you're going to have a great time. I can't remember the name of the place that we're going tomorrow. Because like I said, it was a surprise to me. I got invited after some dropouts, so I can't remember the name of it. Now, moving forward after June, so we got 2 camps in June, tomorrow. Then we got a 2-dayer, 21st to 23rd, which I'm really stoked about because I love going really far up north into the wilderness. In July, 3 camps in July. We are getting crazy, but it's summer. I'm not as busy. Liam's not as busy. So we are able to get out and start a lot of camping. So we've got one middle of July, and then another one, I think a week after the middle of July. And then at the end of July, actually July 31st to August 1st, we have another one. All different spots, of course, all in different various parts of Ontario. And amazing. I'm so happy. My granddaughter, she's 5. Her name is Freya. I love her to death. Freya is going to be joining us on this camp. It's her first time camping. She's a very brave little girl, and we're hoping that she is fine. We'll have to see. Mom's dropping her off at the campsite because my daughter lives way up north from me. She actually lives 7 hours away. So she's close to where we're going to be camping. So she's going to drop Freya off. When we're done, we're going to drive Freya back home. I'm hoping that Freya enjoys the camp. My daughter Emma is coming along for that. I used Freya as a tool to draw Emma into the camp. I'm not ashamed of that. Some are going to say, what? You're using your granddaughter to get other people to go camping? Yes, I am. Because I would love my daughter and granddaughter to join me on these camps. They don't really come out. Emma only comes maybe a couple times. Freya, a season I'm talking about, or not even a season, a year, because I camp year round. There is no season camping. I camp in -30. I camp in +30. It doesn't matter to me. I just change, obviously, what I wear. Speaking of what I'm wearing, if you want to check this out, my Connolly Outdoors, which you can purchase on right off my channel. If you go on the Connolly Outdoors, it takes you to my Spreadshop account, and you can get one of these shirts. And there's a bunch of others. There's a bunch of them on there. We have another person just dropped in. Space Duck. I remember him from, I think, from last live stream from Denmark. Wow, that's awesome. Somebody from Denmark. Denmark is an incredible country in terms of, I've never been there, but just in the nature. I watched this one guy. Actually, he's Norwegian. He's Norway. I can't remember his exact title, but he's from Norway. His incredible scenery in his videos are unbelievable, and I'm sure Denmark is very, very similar. So Hammock Mountain, that's a great way to get the whole family involved. You're right. Now, my wife won't come. She doesn't camp. She's not interested. She is not even a glamper. She won't even glamp. Actually, she might if it was in a trailer, but I don't like trailers. I don't do trailers. I don't do that at all. She doesn't like getting out in tents, hammocks, setting up tarps. She's not interested in any of that, especially if the weather turns. So yes, it is a great way to get the whole family out. Liam and I spend a lot of time together out on these camps. And if I can involve my daughter in the camping, and of course my granddaughter, I certainly will try and take advantage of that. Now, I know that my daughter and granddaughter are intermittently going to be joining us. They won't be there, as often as we go out. Most people don't camp year round in a country like I live in with crazy weather. For those of you that are from Denmark and the UK and the United States, even though the United States is somewhat similar, parts of the US, right now it's raining outside and it's about 16 degrees Celsius. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but you could get up in the morning and it'll be 3 degrees outside. And then in the afternoon, it's 25 degrees. And then the next day it's rainy and back to being cold. Then the next day it snows. Then the next, like, it's insane how the weather, there's no consistency in weather here, which makes it difficult sometimes for the camps because we don't know what we're getting into. Now, tomorrow's camp's supposed to be raining when we get there. So we'll see. We'll see, because the weather changes. That's another thing. It changes constantly. So moving forward beyond July, into August, we have a couple of camps in August. As I recall, I can't remember exactly where they are or what they are, but we have a couple camps in August booked. But August is a very significant month because we are going to Las Vegas and California. And while we're not going to be camping because it's a family trip, we'll be staying at hotels, even though Liam and I were actually like, maybe we can go and camp in a national park like Hammock Mountain is doing. That's what Liam and I wanted to do. We didn't even want to stay in hotels, but of course, my wife is like, no, we're staying in hotels. She's not going camping. So that's fine. I respect that, and I totally understand. So when we go to Vegas and California, Liam and I are going to hit some national parks and some forestry areas and whatnot. And we're going to shoot some videos of hiking and trails and some cool stuff there. Not camping, but some other outdoorsy type stuff that we really, really enjoy. Then, I'll continue in 1 second. Here's another comment. Got to put these glasses on, though, for all these. Space Duck. Denmark have no mountains that Norway has. Denmark is flat as a pancake. Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. I do know that Denmark is a beautiful place. I've seen a few YouTubers from Denmark, and I know it's beautiful, but I did not know it's flat as a pancake. Norway's insane for the mountain regions there. Just stunning in this. I can't remember. Norwegian Traveler? That might be the YouTuber. I can't remember his name, but you got to check this guy out. He lives in a van, but not down by the river. He travels all over Norway in this van, and the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. I've heard Iceland has incredible scenery as well, but I've never been there. Now, I found out recently that I'm actually part Swede. I always thought I was just strictly a Canadian with Irish descent, but I found out that I've got about 17 or 18% Swede in me as well. So I've got to get out to some of those European countries and check out the scenery there. And that would just be so awesome. Thank you very much, Space Duck, for letting me know that. It's good to hear from people that are actually living there and informing us that have never been there on the way things are out there. Now, as I was saying, the end of August, there's a transitional thing happening. And the transitional thing that's happening is Liam is moving out. He is going to university. He's going to be going to Wilfrid Laurier University, not far from here, actually, not too far from here, which is good because we didn't know where he was going to end up. But he's going to Wilfrid Laurier. He chose Laurier. And he's going to be on the varsity swim team there. For those of you that watch my channel, you know that Liam is a very, very high-level athlete in the swim world. And he's going to be swimming and doing his school and not living at home. That's going to be a huge change for all of us. Whenever your kid leaves and goes off to university, that's always a huge change. It's going to be as big for us as it is for him, because I'm used to having the knucklehead around here annoying the crap out of me every day and always talking to me. The only time he doesn't annoy me is when he's talking to me about, hey, let's book a campsite. Then I like the kid when we talk about that. He often books the campsites. I pay. He'll ask me for the money. Hey, can you give me $40? I'm going to book this campsite. So I'm often paying. Well, I always pay. But if we're booking a campsite now, Crown Land, you don't have to pay. Backcountry at specific campsites, even though it's out in the bush and nobody's around, still got to pay for that. But Crown Land, stealth camping, you don't have to pay. All right, another comment here from Hammock Mountain. Shug Emery was in Denmark last month for a hammock hang. It looked like a really nice location. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I know that Hammock Mountain watches Tony, and he's the hammock guy, and I enjoy watching Tony. And he's always going to the. I don't think Tony would go as far as going to Denmark, but if there's a hammock thing going on, pretty much anywhere in the U.S., maybe not Alaska, but everywhere else, Tony goes there. I think Hammock Mountain. I think you're another guy that, well, obviously, right in your title, you're a hammock guy, and you go to these hammock things too, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know if I'm incorrect about that. But I think I remember you talking about going to Hammock Con or Ham Con or whatever it's called, Hang Con. I can't remember what it's called, but I think I remember you talking about it. So anyways, I just wanted to update you guys. Now, as far as the channel goes, I am pushing the channel. I really want to get the channel monetized. I've got the watch hours by far. I've got tons of watch hours, and it's really good. I go to everyone I can get to. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah, I've never been to one. I'm really not a hammock guy. I have a hammock, and Liam and I are probably going to set the hammock up with a ridge line, and it'll be my first time doing a ridge line. But I bought that thing that Tony uses with the orange, you know how it spins out, and you set the ridge line up using the thing that already has the hooks on it, and it already has the knots and everything built into it. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to try and hang a hammock and a tarp at mine. I'm used to hanging tarps. Tarps is not a problem. It's the hammock that I've never actually dealt with. We're just going to use it recreationally. I don't think I'm actually going to sleep in it. We're still going to set up a tent, but I want to check it out, and I want to get used to and try to get myself involved in a little bit more hammock action. But I find we'll see, but I don't sleep well camping. Anyways, I love camping, but I always find it difficult to sleep. I'm not sure if the hammock is going to hinder that or help that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But as far as the monetization of the channel goes, as I was saying, I need more subscribers. I'm currently at, I think, 389 or 390, something like that. 500 gets you started. Once you reach 500 subs, and you have to have 4,000 watch hours, and I have about 15,000 or something. So watch hours is awesome. People are checking my videos out, which is fantastic. I just celebrated a year anniversary recently, and I'm really happy with the way this channel is going, because at this point, years ago with my drum channel, there wasn't much happening. But I have to admit, back in those days, being monetized and making money on YouTube wasn't as big of a thing. Nowadays, of course, YouTube encourages people to put videos up and to try to get monetized. Now, here's an interesting fun fact for you people that you may not know unless you're actually monetized, because they don't give information out very much to people that aren't monetized. But once you're monetized, YouTube contacts you all the time with information and help, and you can chat with them and all this stuff. Anyways, what do we got? About 7.5 billion people on this planet. Probably 5 billion of them are watching YouTube. I don't know. I'm just guessing on those numbers, but only just over 3 million people are monetized. And most of you are going to think, what? That's nothing. That's like a drop in a pond. However, it's not as easy as you think. There's tons and tons of YouTube channels, millions of YouTube channels, but only just over 3 million are actually monetized. It's not easy to get monetized. Plus, even if you meet the standard, which is the full monetization is 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers. Partial monetization is 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. Now, I'm very close to partial monetization, but I'm going to keep plugging away because I want the full monetization. And it would be nice, of course, to make a few bucks off of doing what you love. That's the joy. That's what I already do. I play drums for a living, and I make money doing what I love. And my second thing that I really, really love, it's a hobby though, of course, is the camping. But if I can make a few bucks off doing videos and camping, why not? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? So I'm trying to get monetized. It's going to take a bit more work, but I just wanted to let you guys know that the channel is growing and I'm pushing the channel. Okay, we got another comment here from Hammock Mountain. I'll share your channel on my community page. Well, thank you very much. That is fantastic. Speaking of that, I just did that with Mick Outdoors, who was here earlier. I don't know if he's here now still, but he was here earlier. Mick is very, very close to getting monetized. Last time I checked, I think he's only 11 subscribers away to the point where he can apply to be monetized. So that's another guy. If you can subscribe to Mick Outdoors, he's a UK camping and gear review guy. He's a fantastic guy. I really, really like him. And we seem to have developed a bromance a little bit on here. He watches my videos, I watch his, and he often comments on my stuff and I comment on his stuff. And you know what? That's what we have to do as YouTubers. We have to be kind to one another. So that brings me to my next topic as to why I am on here today. One of the things that I find very disturbing on YouTube is the haters. A lot of effort goes into my videos and all of your videos as well. Anyone that's a YouTuber out there, you'll know what I'm talking about. You put a lot of time and effort into doing your videos, between the getting out to the in the camping genre, getting out to the campsite, setting up the camp in sometimes torrential, horrific wind and rain, snow in my case, winter, -30, you name it. And I'm out there camping because I enjoy it, but I'm also shooting video for my YouTube channel. There's a lot of work that goes into that. Then when you're all done and you pack up, you got all the editing that you have to do. And that's a lot of work. The editing is time consuming, put a lot of work into it. Then you post your video, and then some knucklehead comes on there. The video's boring. And they criticize you about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Now, I'm not against criticism because I've been down this road so harshly in my drum channel, Tim Connolly Drums, that I'm not intimidated or whatever by harsh comments. Gentle criticism where people are suggesting things. Hey, you should try out this thing, that thing, whatever. I got no problem with that at all. I encourage that. Absolutely. But when people come on there and they just butcher you and they make fun of you or they drag you down, I don't tolerate that. I just get rid of those comments. So there's in beside a comment, if a comment pops up that you don't like, you hit those 3 dots, you can hide that person from your channel. Now, here's the funny part about hiding people from your channel. They don't know they're hidden. So they'll keep typing away, saying about how they don't like your videos, they're boring, they're this, they're that, criticizing you, whatever they want to do because they're in an angry place in their life and they want to lash out at some person they don't even know on YouTube. They can type like that all day. Nobody's going to see it. That's the beautiful part. I don't waste my time doing negative comments. The only thing, it's not negative, but I will say one thing that does bug me in the camping genre that I don't care for, because I know guys are just doing this for watch time and they're trying to make money. And that is the genre of the ghost camping, where every episode they go out and a ghost almost killed me or something stupid is their thumbnail. I've been camping my whole life. I've never come across a ghost. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in spirits. That's just my opinion. I do believe in spirituality, like the natives, how they worship the sun, the moon, the earth, all that. I do believe in that sort of thing because the earth is an incredible thing and we should worship it. But as far as an entity that is creeping around my tent at night, surely ghosts got better things to do than come around my tent. There's nothing going on. We're just eating dehydrated meals and hanging out, maybe watching a hockey game or something, sitting by the fire. That's all I'm doing at my campsites. There's no need for any ghosts to come around. So that whole ghost camping genre, just not a fan of that. I don't drag them down in comments or anything, but I just try not to watch them. I watched a few of them and I'm just not a huge fan. Now, there are some guys that they cater to that and that's all they do. And then there's other guys that every once in a while they have a video where, hey, what was that? What was that? The other thing I don't like in the camping genre is the guys that fake somebody's outside my tent. there's somebody around, the cops are on to me, all that stuff, it's all fake. They either hiring somebody or getting somebody to wander around outside. It's their buddy. They know they're there. They pre-planned it. That stuff I don't care for either. I don't fake anything on my channel. I joked around with Liam saying I was going to put a sheet over top of myself and he was going to be in the tent. He was going to say, oh yeah, my dad just went off to the bathroom or something. And then a ghost shows up. I was going to do that for a joke, maybe on a Halloween special. We'll go to a graveyard. Now we're talking. I do like scary movies and horror movies and stuff, but I'm not a believer in the ghost supernatural world. I just think it's all nonsense. That's my opinion, but hey, whatever. Okay, Space Duck's got something here. There was a big outdoor festival last month, 25,000 visitors, where you can bring your own tent or hammock and spend the night during the festival. Wow, that's awesome. That's a huge amount of people. How do you feed everybody? Does everybody bring their own food or are they feeding people there? That's quite incredible. That's like an outdoor gathering, but just for campers, but a very large amount. I don't think I've ever heard of an amount that being that large. That's huge. Wow. So that is the update for what's going on with my channel. We got some camps coming up, and we've also got some changes coming up, and I'm hoping, like I said, to move the channel forward with your support. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody tuning in today, and I'm super excited to keep out camping. Honestly, even if I wasn't filming at a YouTuber, I'd still be out camping because I love it. Liam loves it. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and for joining me today. And keep camping. I will see you soon. New video will be out probably Sunday night or Monday. See you guys. Take care. Thanks very much.